10 years ago, I started a challenge to finish every Super Nintendo game released in North America. I got about 2 months and 24 games in before I started a new job that killed the project. However, now I'm back and ready to pick the challenge up where I left off. The way this works is I run a randomizer that picks a game for me. Once that game is complete, I run the randomizer again. The first randomly selected game when I revived the project was Firepower 2000. Firepower 2000 is a top-down shoot-'em-up released in 1992. It's only called Firepower 2000 in North America. Elsewhere, it's known as Super Swiv or Super SW4. It's a sequel to a game called Swiv that came out in 1991 for various computer platforms, and strangely enough, the Game Boy Color. I'm not a huge fan of shoot-'em-up style games, but I've also never really put in the effort to finish one. I was aware of Firepower 2000 in the past and knew that it was at least an okay game. You play as this super jeep that has a few different weapons available. There's missiles, plasma, fire, laser, and another weapon called Ionic that shows up later, but it isn't very good. There are also special attacks you get by destroying these yellow containers. H fires off homing missiles, while X shoots these large missiles straight ahead, and S spawns a ring around your Jeep that grows and then disappears. I would say the game's difficulty is more or less consistent throughout. I would stream for about an hour and maybe 2 hours of attempts before calling it for the night. Each stream I found that I was making some decent progress towards the end. In the manual for the game, it says there are only 6 levels, so I knew how long the game was. After my first night of streaming, I had managed to beat the first boss, which was this machine with these compartments that opened and closed. You can only hurt it when one of the compartments is opened. After defeating level 1, I even made it to the second level boss, which is this purple machine with these 3 guns on it. The guns can only be harmed when their glass domes are opened, and I lost a lot of lives on this boss before I figured out a way to kill it quickly with the S special attacks. On my second night of attempts, I made it to this section in level 3 where you start controlling a speedboat, and it controls like absolute garbage. It's so slippery, and it was a lot to get used to. The boss of the third level is this central core thing with these other hatches rotating around it. I focused on the hatches for a long time before realizing that I could kill the boss quickly by only using special attacks on the core. I didn't actually have to kill the hatches. Level 4 starts you out on an aircraft carrier, and then you get into a fighter jet. The fighter jet controls more like a traditional top-down shooter, and the level has you slowly gaining on this large flying base. At the top, you take out the propeller, followed by the cockpit to end the level. This one gave me some trouble, but I was ultimately able to beat it after a few attempts. On my 6th or 7th night of attempts, my goal was to reach level 5, which is this volcano fire-themed level. I thought the game was going to keep getting harder at this point, but honestly, it gets easier. I actually finished level 5 on my first attempt. The boss is this flamethrower thing that only aims back and forth. The volcanoes are erupting on either side of you, but their rocks only harm you if they land on you, which doesn't happen all that often. Level 6 has you moving through this futuristic army base, and you have to jump from platform to platform sometimes. Oh yeah, the Jeep can jump. It's crazy. The first time I reached here, I arrived at this octagonal pyramid thing that felt like it might be the last boss. These J special weapons show up every now and then, but I had no idea what to do with them. Enemies keep coming at this point, and I ended up dying eventually. But I did manage to actually kill the pyramid thing, which left this hole in the floor that I thought I had to jump into. It turns out you're supposed to kill the pyramid and then shoot the J special weapon into the hole, like Luke Skywalker destroying the Death Star. Finishing this game felt great, especially because I thought it was going to take a lot longer than it did. Overall, the game took me about 12 hours to beat. So where does this game fall on the rankings? I would say that this game deserves the label of good. It's a fun game, but I don't think you'd want to replay it much after finishing it. Overall, I'm giving Firepower 2000 a 72 out of 100. It was then time to choose my next random SNES game to finish. I ran the randomizer and got Super Slapshot. Stay tuned for my recap and review of Super Slapshot, and if you like this video and want to keep up on my progress, please hit like and subscribe. You can also check me out on Twitch to see my progress on each game at AH2. Links to all of this are in the description below. See you next time.
I don't know if I can do anything when I don't have the puck.